Welcome back to the Differentiator series. Recently, I had a chance to speak to Tom Dillon, Vice President of Merchandising for the Follett Higher Education Group. We were speaking about the recent shifts in the retail marketplace and how the growing importance of social media is having a big impact. Here's what Tom had to say. I'm here today with Tom Dillon with the Follett Higher Education Group, and we're going to be talking a little bit about social media. Now, Tom, I think it's interesting that you've actually taken a first mover position in some ways in social media and retailing. A lot of retailers are interested in it, but not all of them have the same motivation that you have. Your targeted demographic is college-age students, and they're very interested and think social media is a big, important part of their life. As you've launched into this program, tell us what you've learned.
Yes, Joe, you're absolutely right. We're in that sweet spot, that 18 to 24-year-old demographic. And studies have shown that over 96% of the people in that age group are on Facebook. Our marketing department realized that pretty much early on, about a year and a half ago, and decided they really needed to get involved in this space, because if we're going to communicate and send a marketing message to our main customers, we should do it in the language they speak. So with that, we started to analyze what our needs would be in a social media initiative. As you know, we're branded with our individual stores. So unlike almost every other retailer in the industry, we need to approach the Facebook pilot that we are doing at a store level. So what we did is worked with some key stores, some of our larger stores, and actually a mix, that were very interested in establishing and setting up a Facebook fan page. And it's every marketer's dream to build a huge Facebook fan page, because then you're able to message to them and really keep connected with them and inform them of promotions and activities going on at your location. So last fall, we started a program where we, it's about a dozen of our stores, laid a few ground rules down. Absolutely had to post at least twice a week to remain active. One of the key things you have to do is provide fresh material, keep people interested, keep them coming back and reading your posts and coming back to your page. And as we started rolling out this and defining our policies, that kind of thing, we started doing some monitoring just to make sure and to understand what worked well at the stores. Clearly, a hard sell approach is not the way you want to go. You want to kind of go low key. Not every post has to be about some kind of buy message, but just engaging the students in even the coming football game or some other event on campus. But as we started to kind of see what worked, what didn't work, we found that with very, very minimal investment, we were able to generate huge returns in terms of fan signups. For example, a simple promotion to say, hey, sign up on our page, and you could be entered in a drawing to win a Snuggie. Okay. Well, we had huge reaction to that. People were, lining up, and what we were very interested in, we were not defanned to any great extent after that. We retained those customers, and they remained fans to our page. So, whereas for similar investments, and as we do start our new school terms, we tend to have other marketing expenditures on billboards or giveaways and that kind of thing. We're finding that the spend on Facebook marketing is as far-reaching as that and much less expensive. So we're convinced just from that small pilot that we should roll further on. Being that we're a 900-store chain and we don't have a huge marketing department, getting the pilot underway was great, but we need help going forward. So we're kind of working through like a buddy system where stores that have gotten their page up and have gotten, building their fan base would take the next group of stores under their wing and kind of help them and guide them through the initial setup and what worked for us and what didn't.
You know, Tom, social media is just one of several important forces at work in the marketplace today, and some of these shifts, well, let's call them a shift in dynamics, are having a serious impact on retailer business models. How has Follett Higher Education Group been affected in this dynamically shifting economy, and how are you adjusting to it?
Yeah, definitely we're seeing a couple of major changes that are affecting our core business model right now, which is our sale of textbooks to college students. First I'll get into is the digital textbooks. You know, everyone is aware and knows about how music downloads through iTunes and all that revolutionized the industry, and now we're seeing with Amazon with the Kindle and all that, where in the general book space, you know, that is starting to take off. With textbooks, we haven't seen hit a tipping point yet, but I will say that we are seeing, at least in our space, our own digital sales of textbooks has increased over 300% in this past year. A digital book is a lot less expensive. You get it on demand, but there's still a few kind of technical hurdles to be cleared. People are a little bit shy about ordering these if you know, they feel like, hey, what if my computer crashes? What if, you know, I drop the class? Can I return this digital format? So we have some of those business process type issues to work out, but as we all know, that shift is coming, and we are, you know, have to be ready for that. So just being able to work with the digital content providers and being able to provide access with the URLs and the PIN numbers and all that transaction piece, we've got that in place now, and so we're just waiting for the industry to kind of you know, start really moving to that direction in a big way. The second area that we're finding is a huge transformational shift for us is in the area of rental textbooks. A year ago, this was just not even on anybody's radar, and within the past year, this kind of has sprung up as a reaction to the high cost of textbooks that you know, students were looking for, you know, a way to you know, lower their, you know, their cost of course materials. And in this economy, you know, with the way things are, anything you can do to help compete on price, you're going to, you know, save that customer. And you know, like any competitor in a space where you've got online options and that kind of thing, in order to retain your core business and keep your unit sales comps, you know, increasing year to year, it's something you need to do is to look at these other alternate models. So last year we went to the extent of developing a rental pilot. It didn't have all the bells and whistles and automation and you know, accounting integration and that kind of thing as you would like, but the results of it were astonishing. We thought we would roll out in a much slower pace, but when we saw the kind of response we were getting, you know, students and parents coming up to our store manager and saying, this is the best thing we've seen at the bookstore in 30 years, plus the sales results from the rental and the lift we got from having that as an option, we decided to go forward in a big way. So we instituted a large project, #1 project. Everyone in the business and IT side, that everyone knows that's our #1 focus. And within like a quick 9-month period, we'll have completed and rolled out to whichever stores opt in. I mean, we're asking them, do you want us to offer book rental? And once they get that letter, the school contacts are saying, oh yes, of course, we want to help you know, students save money. So we do expect to have in a vast majority of our stores by this fall a rental option.
Thanks for that great insight, Tom. No doubt about it, the Follett Higher Education Group is ahead of the curve on this, and all retailers are definitely going to get more involved in social retailing as time goes by. Well, that wraps up our video for today. To hear more from retail differentiators, please go to www.risnews.com/differentiator. Join us again soon.